Welcome back to the GSL. Oh my God, I can't believe the games we just saw there. Zerg made it through, not just any Zerg, but Cool, a fruit dealer. Wow, I am totally speechless. I didn't actually get to see the interview. How did it go?
It went really well, man. He's so well-spoken and handsome and awesome. And
so good at Zerg.
Cool
so
in every way, man, yeah.
He's great, man. Well, we got one more game coming up here. Or I should say one more series. We have San Zenith against OGS InCa. Now, InCa is another one of the top players on OGS. He's got a very good reputation. He's very crafty with the way he plays, does a lot of mind games, very solid build orders early on. Now, OGS top has been eliminated, so I guess this would make InCa currently the best OGS player in the tournament.
Yeah, no question about that.
Yeah.
And we already saw his PvP, something that you totally idolize with that
I
cannon
totally
rush, man.
worship that stuff, man. And also his build where he techs to Colossus, too. It's pretty sick, man.
Yeah.
So I was really impressed with that. We're going to get them introduced in just a moment. Do you have any predictions for this game?
InCa 2-0 San Zenith.
That's what I'm betting, too. InCa is pretty solid. I think maybe this isn't fair for me to say, but I feel like San Zenith has had a little bit of an easier time, making it his way through the brackets.
He hit the perennial underdog torch in the first round.
Right.
Took him out 2-1, pretty close match. Then he took out Maru Prime, the 13-year-old, who we thought was playing StarCraft 1, just made a bunch of siege tanks against Protoss, tried to win. Did not work out.
That was brutal. That was
Never
a brutal
even
game.
knew that he had an extra expansion. So, the kid was quite good for 13, but he's got some more work to do.
Yeah, he's not a mini Flash or a baby just yet. But hopefully we'll have him back here in the next tournament. San Zenith, though, he does have the experience. He is one of the only players left from the team Zenith, and here he is, San Zenith now. As you can see, 2-1 against Trevor, also known as Torch, and then 2-0 against Maru Prime.
Yep. And, he's shown his PvT skills, but it is time for PvP. And he's going to be playing against OGS InCa. And OGS InCa has already shown us that he is a sicko PvP. In fact, both his rounds were against Protosses. Senkunwera he destroyed pretty badly. Then Rexan Dark. Well, the first game didn't go that well, but he won it. And then, of course, that Cannon Rush.
That was just
it's pretty
so
sick
cool.
PvP, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. InCa probably can't pull out the same Cannon Rush trick twice, although I don't know, maybe he will, but I think that's kind of a one-time deal.
Everyone, I'm sure, talked about that.
That was
totally awesome.
One of the wildest games we've seen here at the GSL. By the way, in case you guys are confused about the lineup here, it is hold on, we're getting informed. We need to tell they wanted to hand us some
to all right. Basically, guys, when you go to the GomTV.net forums to post questions for the interviews I give afterwards, post them in the questions area.
Oh yeah, post
not
them in the
directly in the forum. That is where we are looking for the questions. So that may be why we're not using a question.
Yeah, so do not flood the general section. There's actually a special section.
Yeah.
But enough about sections, enough about forums. On to InCa.
Yep.
InCa is feeling pretty confident. Now, don't confuse this guy. There's also an American player on InCa, the same team as me, EG. This is not the same InCa. There's also a Korean InCa. Yeah, the other guy is INKA. So those are two different competitive players. But OGS InCa, this guy is pretty much a monster. I mean, he is really solid. I was talking to Spunky, who owns and runs Team OGS. He told me that Top and InCa are his two best players. Yeah. Then everybody else is kind of in their own league. But those guys are sort of a step ahead of everybody else.
That's right.
Also a very competent player. When I talked to him before the tournament, he seemed to be, very optimistic about his chances of getting there.
This guy came a long way.
And there you see, we got people flying all the way out here. They got flights going back home soon, too. Tons of people coming out here to see the GomTV stuff. Guys, you should fly out here for the finals. And then when you go back home, you should fly out here again and participate in the
or just stay for a week.
Yeah, you just stay here and just keep playing in the tournament because anybody can sign up. By the way, when are the sign-up dates?
It is from the 25th of September, which I believe is today, through the 3rd of October.
I really put you on the spot there. I'm glad you knew that. I didn't know
everything, Tasus. I am the Wikipedia of StarCraft.
That's true.
Get out.
Here we got round of 16, day 1, 4th matchup. It's going to be first game Scrap Station, second day Delta Quadrant, and the third day is, I don't know why I just said day. I'm so sorry.
I don't know, Tasus.
First map is Scrap Station, second map is Delta Quadrant, and third map is Blistering Sands.
San Zenith has removed Kulos Ravine and Desert Oasis. OGS InCa, Steps of War, and Metalopolis. The map he showed us that cool Cannon Rush on.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't want it being used on him.
I know. That'd be
I can't stop that.
I can't.
Forget that. No.
Forget about that, man. So we're going to get this going momentarily. I hope you've been enjoying the games. By the way, special thank you to our sponsors.
TG Sambo and Intel.
Without them, we wouldn't be here. Special thanks to Blizzard for making such a great game. Special thanks to you at home for joining us. Please check out our premium service, only $20 to get all the VODs. This game's about to start. Let's do this.
You didn't have to speed up.
I didn't have to speed up. There we go. Down here at the bottom right on our two-player map, I should say upper right.
Yeah, right side of that.
Is San Zenith. Already got some fans out here cheering for him. Up here at the upper left, the favorite of this match, but you never know. OGS InCa.
And, you know, I got to say, it's so funny seeing those pictures in front of the match with the thumbs down, that InCa picture. He's such a nice guy. It's,
yeah, he's a really friendly guy.
It's just funny seeing him with that thumbs down. And I think we're going to be seeing a proxy Rax here from OGS InCa, maybe.
Oh, my God. Is he going to do it?
Rax in the main base.
Oh! Whoa! Spots it.
And InCa can't be happy with that.
I think I just made the sound of a cat being killed when I screamed like that. Well, that messes up everything. OGS InCa hoping to do an all-in, but it's spotted before he can actually do that. San Zenith actually checking to see if he was going to do that.
Trying to block what he can. Cannot be happy with that. San Zenith, he's going to be, what? I think a Korean observer. Messing up a little bit there. Anyways, you know, San Zenith is going to be thanking his lucky stars about that little scout pattern he had there with that probe, bringing it up.
Yeah.
Behind.
No kidding.
Now, InCa is pretty much just going to be behind mineral-wise non-stop because he sent this probe out so early. In fact, if we take a quick look at the income tab, you see that constantly his economy is just slightly behind. But
now this is just so interesting because I don't know if InCa had too much of a game plan other than this. I mean, he's a very talented player, but obviously he was banking on just winning with sheer micro. Now he's got to play this out by ear. And you know, Scrap Station is a pretty unique map. It's not a map like, you know, that's more generic like Metalopolis where you can just do anything. So I'm curious to see if InCa's backup plan, his plan B, if you will, is going to be as powerful.
Yeah, you know, he's got to just let it not phase him, I think. Because he's such a high-level player. I feel like if he just plays really well from here, he should do fine against San Zenith. I really do believe he's a higher-level player overall.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Now, right now, he's going to charge out the Stalker, getting Warp Gate. We'll usually see what the Protoss is doing after the probe is chased out. You don't want to reveal your tech until then. And you can see the same thing's going to happen. InCa smartly leaves right before the Stalker pops out. Same is true for San Zenith.
Stalker out.
And
time to tech.
Do we see his tech yet? We're still waiting. We're going to have another gateway and a third gateway. Very interesting. He's going to go for a bust.
Oh, a couple more gateways as well for InCa.
Very interesting. I really did not expect that, actually. I didn't know they were both going to go for the same type of build order here. This is very interesting.
But still, the income for San Zenith is just better. He's got a couple more, look at this, Dragoon.
So we see, yeah, the income is just slightly improved for San Zenith. We understand you guys want us to use the clock feature. We don't. There's a new feature for that.
Yep, it just came out in the patch.
Oh, okay. It looks like the probe is taken out. I don't actually know. Did he get vision of that? 1 second. No, he didn't see either of the two gateways.
Nice move there. San Zenith, in the meantime, is going for a robotics facility.
So he's staying one base pretty heavy.
Also, a robotics facility going up for InCa. So pretty much mirroring each other completely.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Because eventually somebody's going to have to expand. Uh-oh. He may have overstepped his boundaries here. Chasing the stalker out. You can see InCa's on the move. Sans Zenith retreating. Is he going to get this one stalker?
Well, they are the same speed, so I'm going to say no.
I do not believe he's going to catch into him.
No.
Unless he zigzags when he runs away like you're supposed to do when you're being chased by a crocodile.
Yep. Crocodiles don't turn quickly, but they can move forward really fast.
That's true.
Also, don't go in the water. They swim faster than you.
That's true. Good tips here. Oh, wait, hold that thought. We have something very interesting going on here. A hidden pylon. I'm curious to see what that's going to be. Perhaps he wants to hide his robotics bay, so he doesn't know his opponent's getting Colossus with the robotic facility already in here.
And adding hidden tech onto, just doing a good build this game.
Might as well.
Yeah, it'd be a good move by Sans Zenith. I think he realizes, he's a bit below InCa.
Observers spotting each other. So he's not going to let him in there. We still haven't seen what is going to be used with this, but is this probe actually going to spot this? He can see the pylon.
Oh, I like that. And if I were him, I would not go down and scout it right now. I would just send some stalkers down and just take out whatever's being made.
Yeah, let him make whatever he's going to make and then punish it.
But he isn't making anything down there. Both of them are getting Roblox support base, though.
Okay, supply blocked, but only temporarily. Gloss is on the way. He's charging it out. Now, I guess he's just not going to use that hidden pylon now. That strategy's kind of too late.
Yeah. Good choice of him to actually back off that. But a Nexus going up for InCa. Good timing on the Nexus. I feel like he cannot really be busted. He's going to be making, of course, the Colossus, so he should be fine.
Now, InCa is going to have his Colossus out a little bit quicker here.
Also, note, InCa has skipped a lot of probes now, only 33 against 38.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good point.
So he's actually saving some money that way. He's going to work on his economy a little bit later.
So as you can see, Sans Zenith just focusing on making probes, building up gradually. Meanwhile, InCa cutting corners here to try to get ahead in tech and expansion. He's going to be making more probes later on.
Yeah, get a nice, big, strong army, and then just pump out your probes really, really fast.
As we can see here, Sans Zenith getting that Immortal first. That's one of the big questions in PvP is, do I actually want to squeeze out that Immortal?
Too Immortal or not too Immortal, that is the question.
That is the question. Someone give me a Hamlet skull. This is interesting, though. He skips the Immortal, gets the Colossus. Nobody, by the way, breaking down the rocks as well, which would allow them easy access to each other.
Well, when you break down those rocks, it becomes stressful for both players, whether you're attacking, defending, whatever, just sitting there.
Yeah, things start to heat up.
And who wants to be stressed?
I don't want to be stressed.
Not me.
No.
Get that.
They've actually done a great job of pushing the observers out of each other's base. InCa's a little bit more aggressive with his observer. He's actually the one trying to pursue intel. Meanwhile, Sans Zenith is the one who's kind of defending. By the way, Sans Zenith's expansion completes.
The probe count evening up quite a bit here. And InCa's supply, in fact, going ahead at this point.
InCa's actually just slightly ahead in supply. InCa definitely knows how to balance out his probe usage.
See Thermal Lance. Sans Zenith getting that. Getting another robotics as well. So it looks like he wants to go for a heavy, heavy Colossus.
Now we see, again, it's kind of a passive moment in the game. We see more and more Colossus being cranked out here. He did take out the pylon eventually. And that is just another little thing that's in the way for Sans Zenith. Things not quite working out. At least he did spot that would-be proxy gate.
It seems like half this game, by the way, is chasing around that observer.
Yeah, no kidding. It's been a serious
They're actually, both of them
game.
just keep chasing.
That's really a high-level PvP in StarCraft 1. We can see those skills have kind of transferred over to StarCraft 2.
Now, something pretty interesting. They're actually diverging a little bit on their unit counts. InCa is actually going for heavier Zealots. He's got 15. That's over double the 7 of Sans Zenith. And he's going for a lot of Colossus as well. That's going to save him gas, make him be able to get more Colossus.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, San Zenith going, you know, a little bit more standard. You know, he's got some Zealots, yeah, but he's got a few more Stalkers. Very stylistic.
He's once again managed to sneak his Observer in here. Actually, both of them now getting a lot of intel here. Finally, after so much time spent where they're unable to kind of spot what each other are doing. There's too much pressure. They have to both keep making Colossus. They can't afford to get another Observer.
Yeah.
So that's actually huge in PvP.
It does cost 100 gas, and that's also why Immortals are quite dangerous to get. Takes out his rocks. Will he take out the other rocks? He's got a lot of Colossi. 5 against 5 right now.
Gets another probe over here to spot for this gold base. You want to be careful in mirror matchups so your opponent doesn't just sneak a base up over there. He's going over the rocks. I don't know if he should do this. I think this concave here is definitely going to favor InCa.
Yeah, he's going to be able to spread out very well against this.
He does get the Observer. And he's going to try to move in. Will he do it? The spread is pretty solid, to be honest.
I don't think anything in the world can attack into that.
Not even Artosis.
No, man. I play Zerg. I can't attack into one Colossus.
San Zenith backs off. Now this is where this matchup gets weird, is because you're going to expand here next, but then there's this big opening, this hallway into your base. InCa. As you guys can see here, InCa, actually, they're almost even now in supply. So this
Very
is getting
close on that.
This is getting kind of weird.
Who's going to take the third base?
That's the big question. Actually, you know what? If he gets in this position, he's going to have InCa stuck. This is going to be this small area InCa can't get out of.
He could run through to counter, but then the counter distance is actually shorter for San Zenith.
That's true as well.
Things get messy very quickly when you have this many Colossus in play.
You also got to be careful to make sure your Colossus in the back are actually doing damage, and they're not just bumping into the Colossus in the front.
Oh, of course, of course. But they have such range. Siege Colossus, really.
Oh, spots it just in time. The gold expansion.
He has to decide, do I walk down there? Do I walk across? What do I do here?
I don't know if InCa's handling this very well. He's just been kind of sitting back. So he might try to make a pylon over here. Oh, yes he does.
Good move. I like that.
Yeah, maybe make like 4 Zealots, just go for the Nexus, try to take it out that way. InCa's sort of boxed in right now. San Zenith has intel everywhere. God, it's so many Colossuses.
Yeah, yeah, and San Zenith is actually getting plus attack upgrades, which I like quite a bit because it counts for the Colossus, adds a lot of damage on, and that's kind of one way to help you get the edge in these battles.
Okay, he's moving out. The spread is pretty even here. Guardian Shields. He's going to engage. InCa does not have his Guardian Shield yet. He does, but the Guardian Shield is in the front force field here. It looks like San Zenith is doing a little bit better here, but it's really hard to say. Actually, he's not controlling his Colossus in the back right.
That's right. Look at this. War of the World. Just so many Colossi. InCa has a better spread.
InCa actually has much better spread. Damn, that was really good. That might be game.
That's it, man. Colossus, you just have to have the better spread, which InCa had, and there's really no recovery from this. Look how many he has.
Yeah, he has too many now. InCa controlled the Colossus too well. Even though the Guardian Shields are up a little bit faster for San Zenith. And now he moves in here, and here we see the Stalker, which is basically just a midget Colossus.
He wants to be a Colossus when he grows up. But actually he already grew up and died, that's why he's a Stalker.
He's setting his probes with it. There it is, GG. Wow. Because, of course, they tend to prioritize whatever's attacking them right in front of them, am I right?
Yeah.
So sending probes into that battle means they're going to target fire the probes instead of the other Colossus. InCa is meditating.
I almost feel like it was more of an insult, though. And, you know, his main was probably mined out quite a bit. Doesn't really need those probes anymore.
That's true.
Really taking a third base. It's like, okay, this is when I kill you. And kill him, he did.
Man, he handled that pretty well considering his proxy gate in the main did not work. InCa.
Yeah, you know, you just played solid afterwards. Showed, hey, I know how to spread my Colossus. Do you know how to do that, San Zenith?
Yeah, you need to.
It's like almost, but not quite.
Yeah, by the way, I've been amazed at how many non-Koreans have showed up here in the studio today.
Yeah.
I've actually lost count.
Ton.
I haven't even been able to say hi to all of them.
In fact, those seats outside get overfilled, and now there are people actually standing outside as well as inside. All the seats are filled.
It's crazy.
We need to move this into a football stadium.
That's right, man. That's right. We need to move this into, like, I don't know, the park by the Han River and stuff.
Yeah.
People can pull up in boats and stuff like that and watch on a giant screen. But
right now we just need to project it into the sky so all of Seoul can watch at once.
We might only have one more game if InCa wins this. I hope not, though. I want to keep casting StarCraft for you guys. By the way, don't forget to shoot questions. Don't put the questions in the main forum section. Yeah. Put them in the question section for the players, please, because otherwise we will not pick them.
Yeah, they will not get picked if they're not in the question section.
And check out our premium accounts, by the way. It's like $20 for countless hours of footage. And the countdown has started. Let's do this.